Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. From the symptoms we reach the disease. Whatever are the symptoms, they guide us. That this is a possible disease we are suffering from. And then we give the medication according to that disease. Whether those medications are effective or not, how do we know? We can't go and ask the germs whether you are killed or not. Then all those symptoms which were appearing, if they start disappearing, then yes, now the medication is perfect. If this example is clear, then the same thing. All of us have this problem. Like we come across many questions. One lady asked me this question. Swamiji, don't make a fun of me, please. I said, no, there is no need. You are self-sufficient. See, can you tell me how far I have come in realization? What level I have come? I say, you have come up to knees. You have to still grow further. You cannot ask anybody. You have to find out yourself. See? It is something like I take food and I go to somebody. Hey, excuse me, yes, I have just now taken food. So, bill I should pay for you. No, I just want to ask whether my stomach is full or not. Come on, you ate the food, you must know. So whether we are abiding in the absolute self or not, whom can you ask? Then what to do? Then find out. What are the symptoms if you are abiding in the truth? If those symptoms start happening in you, then you yourself will know that you are reached the destination. Like before we came to this beautiful place, Puri Ashram, before that we have to ask question, hey, excuse me, I have to go to that place, Puri Ashram, where it is? Oh, it is in London. No, not that. In Bombay, Bombay. Where it is? And once you reach here, no question. Exactly the same thing. Therefore, lesser the questions erupt in our mind, we are nearer to ourselves. No questions. And then you start reflecting on this. All questions are always about something other than the self. And that depends on our perceptions. Therefore, how do we know that we have been walking the right way, we have reached the right destination? So here we have seen a lot of them, now few more. Name tyajyam, name grahyam, name hasyam, name nayaha, name vratam, name glanir, name shosham, name sukham. Yesterday we have seen this part. Name tyajyam, name grahyam. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. See, don't waste time in these things. We should be healthy, we should live a long life, there should not be miseries in this world. It can never happen. Where there is a Prakriti, Vikruti is bound to be there. Accept it. Cheerfully, gracefully. See? After this is done, now we go still deeper. Name jnata, name jnanam, name jneyam, name swayam, name tubhyam, name mayam, name tvam, nachame tvaham. From my point of view, name jnata, name jnanam, nobody knows me. It is something like, as we cannot see our own eyes, we cannot know ourselves objectively. So this is one simple rule to know whether we are abiding in the truth or not. We don't have doubt about our being. We can have doubt whether this road goes to hell or not. No, no, this goes to super hell. There is a question. But there cannot be a question about our being. Excuse me, I am there or not? So, Name Jnata, nobody can know me. And all of us have the problem. Swami, people don't understand me. I am going to Gita classes, I go to Vedanta classes, I do yoga, I do charity, but people don't understand me. This question is like what? I am taking good food, but the people are unhealthy. If you are taking good food, you should be healthy. If you are walking the spiritual path, you should change. Most of the seekers have this problem. Their problem is people don't understand us. Therefore, Name Jnata, so people don't recognize us, very good. It is better to remain in abeyance rather than becoming prominent in life. This is another big important principle. Real spiritual growth is you are not extraordinary. You are just ordinary. We don't have to prove. This particular topic comes in Srimad Bhagavad Mahapurana. Brahmandas are millions, and every Brahmanda has got the same structure. The creator, the sustainer, the destroyer. Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh in every Brahmanda. Like in every state, there is a chief minister, there is a chief minister, there is a corruption minister. Everything same thing. Once I was in Delhi, and some chief minister has gone to Delhi Secretariat, and I happened to be there with somebody, and they were known to me. So I was sitting in their office, and one person came. I am the chief minister of such and such state. He said, go and sit there. I am chief minister. All those who are sitting there are all chief ministers. You are a chief minister important in your state. But when you go to Delhi, there is no up, there is no top. Kuch nahi. You wait there. Exactly the same way. As you go higher and higher, your speciality has zero value. See, friends, how important it is. When you are at a lower level, north, east, west, south, feng shui, then vastu. House should not open in the south. If it opens in the south, death is comfortable. If it opens in the north, you suffer while dying. And as you go up, away from the relation between sun and the earth, so no direction, then which is holy direction and which is unholy direction? See, my friends, therefore all these problems disappear. So, Name Jnata, Name Jnanam, Name Jneyam, Name Swayam. I have nothing to know in this world. What is there to know about? But we are Indians. We have to know everything. What is your name? Where are you coming from? Why you have come? When were you born? What is your date of birth? Why were you born, first of all? Recently, I read one beautiful story. In USA, one Indian NRI, not real Indians, one NRI sued his parents. Why did you give me birth? So, in American courts, they entertain this kind of question. So, there the son can seek a divorce from his parents. It is allowed. So, all these unwanted things we keep on gathering. Named Niyam. I don't want to know anything about anybody. Try this technique. your mind will remain naturally quiet. Undisturbed mind is pure consciousness. Disturbed consciousness is mind. See? Undisturbed man is a man. Disturbed man is a husband. How simple it is. So what is the disturbance? Disturbance is if you put on one number less shoe, how much torturous it is to walk with one number less? We walk like a funny walk. Now we are infinite and caged in this small little body. Naturally, our expression cannot be other than funny. Break these barriers. We don't want to know anything about anybody. But the mind doesn't want to die. So the mind gives ideas. Swamiji, I am not asking you any personal question. I am a spiritual seeker. I just want to know why Rama killed Vali hiding behind the tree. So what reply can you give? Rama has no problem. Who killed? Vali who got killed, he has no problem. Why you are worried? No, I just want to know. For what? See, friends, this is how the mind survives. Either we go in the past or we go in the future, because the moment the mind comes in the utter present without the past and the future is called as presence. That presence we are. You cannot deny your being. You can deny your past. You can deny your future. You cannot deny your presence. Therefore, na karmana na prajaya dhanena tyage naike amritatva manashu. Not by karma, not by charity, not by going to holy places, not by yoga, not by giving charity. All these things have nothing to do. Then, tyage naike amritatva manashu. Only by renunciation. Give up everything. Now the question is, I have nothing in this world. How can I give up? Everything belongs to God. Even the body I have not created. So how can I give up the body? And you are telling, give up everything. When everything belongs to God, how can I give up anything? As I cannot divorce somebody else's wife on his behalf. Imagine what a fun it will be. I am extremely, afraid to tell my wife I want to seek divorce. Swamiji, what should I do? Don't worry, I will tell her on your behalf. Not possible. So if there is nothing that belongs to me, how can I give up everything? No, don't say that. You have something special. And the special is foolishness. Foolishness is not a powerful word. If you want a real powerful word, it is bevakufi. This word bewakuf has got a very inbuilt power. Suppose you tell somebody, you are a agyani. ठीक है. You are a bewakuf. अब समझ में आया. So this foolishness is ours. That we have to give up. Wrong notions are ours. God has not created wrong notions. God never told us, you are body. God always told us, you are my child. See, friends. Therefore, name jnata, name jnanam, name jneyam, name swayam. Now, another important thing. Unless there is a you, he, she, it, they, I has no value. When I give importance to you, he, she, it, they, second person, third person, then only this I is carrying the burden. Just imagine, for the sake of imagination, you are all alone in the whole universe. There is none other than you. Then, whether you are a man or a woman, young or old, Indian or Nepalis, who are you? Everything disappears. And then there is no problem of any kind. Name swayam, then name tubhyam, name mayam. This is yours, this is mine. Nothing is ours. Relax. Give up everything. And in this manner, when we start, then we come to discover the truth. Everything goes back to us. Now, another principle which I repeatedly told you, catch this principle, very simple. That which appears multiple on account of some conditions, that multiplicity is an illusion. Like one space, that one space is called as north, east, west, south, then the four directions, corners, 8, up and down, 10 directions. Now these 10 directions are superimposed on one space. And what is the conditioning because of which the directions are born? The conditioning is relation between the sun and the earth. So the sun rises in the east, and east is that where the sun rises. So who is because of whom? And if we go away from the relationship between the earth and the sun, which is the north, which is the east, which is the west. This is the external example. Now come to subjectively. We are only one. But because of the relations, we become mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife, so many of them. And where are all of them? They are nowhere. And these nowhere, non-existing entities, they are suffering in life. See, friends, this we have to just click it. Like swimming, one clicks. Riding a bicycle, it clicks. Those who can't click, they can never swim. In US, I was with my friend. In his house, he has beautiful swimming pool. But he will never swim. So his wife and his small child and myself, we were in the pool and he was outside. Get something to drink. So he will do that job. So I said, hey, why don't you come see your small baby, hardly 1 year, is swimming comfortably. Why don't you come? So, no, Swamiji, I can't. I said, come on, try. So his wife told Swamiji, I have failed. I don't know how to teach him swimming. The child could learn in 1 year of age. Man cannot be taught. Like swimming cannot be taught. You have to learn. Exactly. It is just a knack. Drop all the relative existence. Thereafter, play the role that you are supposed to play. When you are, this example I give a number of times, try at least once. When you are in front of your elders, talk respectfully, carefully, obediently. Don't argue. And whatever they say, before listening, say yes. After some time, the old people forget. Yes, about what? Never mind. Don't argue. Those who are youngsters, forgive them. They have to do mistakes. If youngsters are not doing mistakes, old people will do. Forgive them. But main thing you are not telling, wife, oh, it is the simplest one. When the wife is talking, you should not talk. When she is quiet, you should not talk. Net result, realized. Realize husband is like this. See, friends. Then you are just playing the role. And what is playing the role? Everything appears to be happening. but in fact nothing is happening. Like it appears as if you are listening. It doesn't appear that I am talking. I am talking. It is recorded. But whether you are listening or not, who knows? With your eyes, I can see, yes, you are looking at me. But listening, don't know where the mind has gone. Therefore, all these things disappear and you remain at peace. Therefore, wise people are never miserable. Gatasu na gatasuscha nanu shochanti panditaha. So what is the real spiritual practice? Be happy. All those people who are miserable, long face, frustrated, they are only seeking attention. To a healthy person, nobody will ask, hey, what's wrong with you? Nobody will even look at this fellow. When somebody says, क्या हो गया? कोई पूछे तब ना. What is there to ask? You suffer silently. See? नमे जरा नमे बाह्यम बाल्यम नमे यौवनम अण्वपि अहम ब्रह्मास्मि अहम ब्रह्मेति निश्चया. Now he is giving up ultimately. Name jara, jara means old age. Now this is again, just watch within yourself. It is the body that is born, it is the body that was a baby, it is the body that was a teenager, it was a body that was a middle age, it is a body that is old. We are the same man. We have not changed. Nothing has happened to us. But again the same question. Swamiji, after death what happens? You go to hell. How do you go to hell? By kingfisher. When you are alive, nothing has happened, either to you or to the world. So after you die, what can happen to whom? This question is like, when the bulb becomes fused, what happens to? To whom? Electricity? Nothing. To the bulb? Nothing. To the light? Nothing. That means what? When a candle burns, nothing is lost. The body made out of the 5 elements, when the body drops dead, what happens? The 5 elements go back to their source. The day you get this click, all the modifications belong to body. Meaning what? There will be pain, you will experience the pain, but you will not become a painful entity. This is important. See, my friends, otherwise we will get lost in this world. Don't have that wrong notion that walking spiritual path means there will be no unhealthy condition of the body. No. Body is born to be putrefied and died. It's the only purpose of the body. Where there is a prakriti, vikriti is natural. You can't stop it. But about that, what kind of ego we have, particularly old people like me, what ego they have? धूप में बाल सफेद नहीं किए, हो तब करोगे ना. Now tell me, we are so arrogantly proud of our old age. What is our contribution in growing our age? What we have done? One very intelligent child, very witty and very different type of child. I was in his house. I asked him, I said, hey, Dabbu, what is your age? Hmm. So the mother was telling. He said, Mummy, you keep quiet. He has asked me the question. Mummy said, okay. Then he said, the earth has gone around the sun 5 times. I said, you are a genius. Yeah. His mother said, Swami, he always talks rubbish. Now you ask him what is his age. And he said, Earth has gone around the sun 5 times. I said, he means he is 5 years of age. He has not done anything. Just watch with him what we have done to become grown-up person. Nothing. But abhiman about that. These days, people don't have respect for the elders. This building is more elder than us. Those who demand respect, they don't command respect. See? Therefore, all these things belong to the body. Name jara, name balyam, nor am I a baby, a child, name yauvanam anvapi, not even the arrogance of the teenage, because aham brahmasmi, aham brahmasmi, aham brahmasmi iti nishchaya. Therefore, I am fully convinced. Now, what is this conviction? Brahma means attributeless, formless, unborn, unmodifying, unending, eternal presence. Now, each and every word you can directly experience. Attributeless, no qualities. The moment you add qualities, some speciality is born. Now I will give one this technique. It's a very simple technique. I had told you already. The 5 elements have 5 qualities. Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. The space has the sound as the quality. The air has the touch as the quality. The fire has the Rupa form as the quality. The water has the taste as, and earth has the smell. 5 of them. It is not said that a good sound or a bad sound. It is not said a hot touch or a cold touch. It is not said a tall figure or a short figure. It is not said a good fragrance or a dirty smell. It is not said that it is tasty, sweet, or it is bitter. No. Taste means only taste. Don't add any attribute to the taste. See? Color means every color or no color. Sound means every sound. It doesn't matter whether it is Ram Ram or it is the siren of this ambulance. Sound is happening, ears are hearing. How does it matter for us? But we get influenced by them. The moment you get influenced by the perceptions, somebody is born. Therefore, let our mind be like the mirror. Every time you stand in front of the mirror, in addition to your makeup, to cover the breakup, start contemplation. See? What exactly is happening to the mirror? Analyze the experience of the mirror. You will come to the following conclusion. Number 1, in mirror, whatever is reflected, that reflection does not influence the mirror. If the reflection is that of the fire, the reflection of the fire doesn't burn the mirror. If the reflection is that of the water, the reflection of the water doesn't make the mirror wet. Now be attentive. Is it not exactly happening with us? how we see the things. I am not seeing you. You are all in a form of image reflected through my eye lens onto the retina. And there the mind is catching those images, bathing in the light of consciousness, and the knowledge is that of the image. See? But is some defect in the eye, in the lens. Like some people have got color blindness. So others are seeing the red color, but this fellow sees the green. What can you do? Therefore, as the reflections in the mirror do not influence the mirror, why should these reflections of the world should influence me? Just work on this. And then we come to know we have given value or importance to something or someone in this world that is creating all the trouble. If we have given value, we have to devalue. Nobody can do it for us. See, friends. Therefore, let our mind be maintained in the same quality like that of the mirror. Be in this world, see everything, be everywhere, but let nothing enter our mind. Now, how the things enter our mind? Second question. You all have not entered in me, or else I'll burst open. Then how you enter? You enter in my mind when I give value to any one of you. And the value is given in two ways, likes or dislikes. See, friends. The mirror is like what? Mirror has no liking, no disliking. Therefore, nothing enters the mirror. Exactly the same way, like we have heard satsanga so many times. This time our mind is like a mirror. Nothing enters. So as you are listening to satsanga, the same way listen to the world. But when worldly things are told, we hear them. Okay, you called me fool. I'll teach you a lesson. Let me get a good chance. Then you are waiting to call him fool. And then he say, no, yaar, it was just a April fool. Therefore, friends, this is what is called a spiritual practice. Now, if we don't want anything to enter in our mind and keep the mind free from all the perceptions and the effect of perceptions, what is required is only one thing. When impressions are not formed on the mind, a memory cannot happen. What is a memory? Memory is like the data which is stored on your hard disk. It is just a magnetic effect. When you delete the data from your hard disk, it can be recovered. We may say it is deleted. It is not deleted actually. It has only become non-functional. But we have to delete it once for all. And that is possible only when we stop breaking our past in the present. When we bring our past in the present, the data get rejuvenated again and again, again and again. So try to forget everything of the past. One. Now second thing. Now onwards, what should we do? There's only one thing which can be done. learn from every experience. When we learn from every experience, impressions on the mind are not formed. And there are only two types of impressions. There is no third impression. The two types of impressions are likes and dislikes. And when we learn from our experience, it is not an impression, it is wisdom. And wisdom is light. It is not heavy. See, when this principle is imbibed in us, then we have understood this meaning. Aham brahmasmi, aham brahmasmi, aham brahmeti nishchayaha. See, therefore, Bhagavan Shankaracharya in his Dakshinamurti Stotra writes this. Vishwam darpana drishyamana nagari tulyam nijantargatam पश्यन् आत्मनि मायया बहिरिवोद्भूतं यथा निद्रया यः साक्षात् कुरुते प्रबोध समये स्वात्मानमेवाद्वयम् तस्मै श्री गुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये. Like the whole town is reflected in the mirror, in the same manner, on the mirror of our mind, this world of relativity is reflected. But the difference is, in case of the mirror, you require some object to get reflected. But in case of the consciousness, that itself is playing the role of a mirror and the object which is reflected in the mirror. The symptoms are mirror alone becomes everything. Next time again you watch the mirror. In front of the mirror there is the mirror is in an open ground, and you see the mountains, the trees, the animals, the birds, everything you see. So the same surface of the mirror has become the mountains, the trees, the animals, the birds, the movement, the waters, all the elements. The same mirror has become everything. And therefore, the mirror does not get influenced by any one of them. Now bring this knowledge to your life. Our vision alone has become all colors and forms. For a blind person, there are no colors, no forms. So if the vision alone has become all colors and forms, how can the colors and forms influence the vision? The mind alone has become all the sense organs. How can the sense organs influence the mind? If the eyes have lost the vision, there is no loss to the mind. Mind is intact. When this wisdom comes in our life, then we live very much in this world. But we never get influenced by this world. This is the only way to lead the spiritual life. Chit aham cheti sa jivan mukta uchyate brahmaivaham chidevaham parovaham na samshaya. So, aham brahmasmi chit aham chaiti sa jivan mukta uchyate. I am pure consciousness, I am pure consciousness. In this manner, he was abiding in this. Now, please, it is not like doing the japa. Sri Ram Jaram Jaram Ram Jaram. I am consciousness, I am consciousness. What about you? Not like that. Chit aham means what? The triputi, the triad, the three parts of the knowledge have merged into absolute. What are the three parts of the knowledge? Knower, known, and the knowledge. So that knowledge where the known and the knower are separate, That knowledge is called as the mind. And that knowledge where the knower and the known, they merge together, that knowledge without the knower and the known is pure consciousness. So if we are abiding in that experience of consciousness, what will be the impact? Number one, when the knower is not born, there cannot be the arrogance of wisdom. See? Otherwise, small little things we know, and what a great arrogance. About this arrogance, I told you one story which happened years before. We were having a talk, somewhere a public talk. When Mahatma Ji was told, you talk, he spoke. And then I spoke. Then the person conducting the proceedings, he said, now I request Mr. Rao to continue the thought. Immediately Mr. Rao got angry. Excuse me, Dr. Rao. He is not a mister. Where are we lost? See, friends. Therefore, it is not that Chid Aham, I am consciousness. Swamiji come, don't call Swamiji, Chid consciousness come. Okay, consciousness come. See, friends, these are not words. It is an experience. And experience can never be put into words. Like we go to so many places and see, and how is our experience? Recently I was in Bangkok. So where I was staying, to a tall building, 37 stories. On the top, I was staying with my friend. And from there, you see the whole big river and all the bridges, lights. When I went first time, evening, 7 o'clock, Samadhi. So my host thought, I like that place. So they kept a chair, table there. Swamiji, we have kept your tea and coffee there. I said, I don't know to say, I will sit in my room. No, yesterday you liked it so much. I said, it's over. Be attentive. Human mind can never get attracted toward the same thing infinite number of times. Human mind can only deserve to be dissolved in pure consciousness. And when the mind dissolves in the consciousness, Chit-aham, then what is the experience? There is nothing which is great and there is nothing which is little. Therefore, Ashcharyavat Pashyati Kaschidena. It's a wonder of wonder. You got everything and yet you are not excited. See, friends, for us, we get one small little thing. What a great excitement. Chit aham. Our equanimity is never compromised. Jivan mukta sauchate. Brahmaivaham chidevaham parovaham na samshayaha. Therefore, I am this conscious, blissful existence, the ultimate, and na samshayaha. I have no doubt. Again, this important point. Do we have doubt about our being? That is what all matters in life. Somebody calls you, you are a fool. And if you have a doubt, then you are. Let people call you anything, who cares? See, friend, na samshayaha. Samshayatma vinashyati. Every samshaya, every thought, every doubt, every confusion, every question takes you away from yourself. Who am I? Sat Chit Ananda. Go away from the Sat existence, you end up into non-existence. Go away from the Chit, the knowledge, you end up into ignorance. You are bliss. Go away from yourself, you end up in blisters. Now decide. Whether we want to end up in the absence or ignorance or blisters. Choice is ours. Therefore, Chidevaham Brahmevaham Parovaham na samshayaha. No doubt about our being. So this is the simplest spiritual practice. No doubt about our being. That is what matters. But is there heaven? Is there hell? Is there last life? Is there next life? Doubts. Whether you know about this or don't know, how does it matter? It matters not. See, this is another question I have given you a number of times. Very simple things to make this point firm. What was the number of the glasses of Mahatma Gandhi? I don't know. How does it matter whether you know or you don't know? Who was the seventh president of America? I don't know. This is not necessary. But what matters is whether I know myself or not. Therefore, automatically all unwanted inquiries end up. It is only for this purpose I do not entertain question and answer sessions. Once we went to some ashram in Miami, US, and my friend took me. And there was some Mahatmaji. So they were told that Swami is coming from India. So I was received and all that. And you please sit here, Maharajji will come. So after some time Maharajji came. I got up and did namaskar. Please sit, everything. Then that Maharaj they asked question to my friend. Yes, what questions you have got? He looked at me. Because I don't entertain any question. So I looked somewhere else. Then he said, our Swamiji doesn't entertain any questions. He said, no, unless you ask questions, how will you know? So I kept quiet. Vado na avalambyaha. Never get lost in any arguments, logic, discussion with anybody. See, any discussion you take, any logic you take, it cannot be conclusive. There will be 101 branches coming out of it, and ultimately you lose your peace of mind. See, friends. Then the question and answer started and all that, and I was not listening. I said, I don't want to know anything. But how you are not listening? I told you, you are my gurus. I have learned from you. Sit in the satsang, but don't listen. Are we not doing that? See? So, Swayameva Swayam Hamsaha, Swayameva Swayam Sitaha, Swayameva Swayam Paschet, Swatma Raje Sukham Vaset, Swatmanandam Swayam Bhokshe, Sajivan Mukta Uchate. So, Swayameva Swayam Hamsaha. I don't require anybody's certification that I am divine. People may call me anything, who cares? But is it not ego? Yes, it is ego. The most egoist person in the world is Bhagavan Krishna. In Bhagavad Gita, how many times he said, I. And on the basis of this, one gentleman asked me this question. This is how scripture should never be studied academically. His question was, how many verses were attributed to Bhagavan Krishna in Bhagavad Gita? Academics. So I invoke my guru. I don't know. Remember this basic principle if you want to protect yourself from the questions. You are not obliged to answer every question from every fool. You are not obliged. But why the sky is too high? I don't know. And it is such a powerful mantra. After that, I don't know. Next question is abort. Next question cannot come. But he was insisted, no, you are studied Gita, you must know. I said, okay then, listen. Are you ready to listen? Yes. Which Bhagavad Gita you are talking about? In which Bhagavan Krishna spoke? And he became nonplussed. What? I said, yes, show me your Bhagavad Gita. He showed. I said, where it is written? Sri Bhagavan Krishna Uvacha. Nowhere. It's only Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. Bhagavan is everybody. Bhagavan Ram, Bhagavan Krishna. And do you know, in the olden days, a Hindi cinema actor was Bhagavan. Bhagavan Uvacha. Which Bhagavan? Nowhere it is said Bhagavan Krishna Uvacha, and he himself tells in Bhagavad Gita, Maya tatamidam sarvam jagadam vyakta murtina mastani sarvabhutani nachaham teshobastita. Devaki Putra Krishna was not giving Bhagavad Gita. Yashoda Nandan was not talking Bhagavad Gita. Gopi Prana Vallabha, he was not sporting Bhagavad Gita. Ajopi Sannavyatma, the unborn, although I manifest myself with my free will. He was not a Devaki Putra. See, friends. Therefore, Swayameva Swayaham Saha. We don't require anybody's certification for our being. Some people call you, you are a murkha. Then you scold him. Don't you know? I am from Maharashtra. In Maharashtra, everything must be prefixed with Maha. Hindu Rashtra? No, Maharashtra. So if somebody calls you Murkha, no, Mahamurkha. Now it's okay. See, friends. Therefore, Swayameva Swayaham Saha is Swayameva Swayam Sthitaha. We don't require anybody's support to be. Now, analyze your experience. In deep sleep, in whose support we are, under whose care we are. There all are achievements, failures, friends, enemies, health, disease, countries, time, space, everything is zero. And yet we are. Swayameva Swayam Sthita. See, friends, it is not that because of the colors and form the eyes are, because of the eyes the colors and forms are. It is not because of the sense organ the mind is, because of the mind the sense organs are. It is not because of the mind that the intellect is. Intellect is because of which the mind is. It is not because of the mind and the intellect that the Chetana, the life is. But because of the life, all these things are there. It is because of the divine potentiality, even life cannot be. And without him, even a potentiality has no existence. Discover this independent being. So what will happen with this understanding? Objective world will cease to influence us. Sense organs will not make us slaves. Mind will not make us emotionally corrupt. Intellect will not make us arrogantly stupid. And life will not threaten us to live. this eternal presence, Swayameva Swayam Siddha. मर के दिखाओ. None has ever died. Just get this point, by God's grace only it can happen to us. The childhood body has died. Along with that, the child has died. We are the same. So when we talk about death, death belongs to the conditioning, not to the conditioned. See, friends, like before coming here, I was in Varanasi. So when I left Varanasi, Varanasi is dead for me. I am there only. I will be leaving from here on 18th. Then Bombay will be dead for me. I'll go away. I'll be in London. Then after some time, I'll leave that. London dead. I am there. Think. Even if you want, you cannot die. I am very sorry. Marenge. You can't. See, my friends, this is such a beautiful thing. Swayameva Swayam Pashet. Swatma Radhe Sukham Vaset. Therefore, we are really, really happy when we are all our being. But our understanding has become perverted upside down. Like what? This is called as Viparita Graha, Anyatha Khyati. What is the truth? Truth is, the body is in me, but our understanding is, I am in the body. Now change this perception. See what happens. Body is having a particular shape and size. Now this body is sustained because of the prana, the life, the breathing. Now the area occupied by the body is only this much. The air is not only within the body but outside also. If the outside air and inside air, their connection is cut, body cannot survive. Therefore, the air, the pranamaya kosha, is much more bigger than the gross body, the annamaya kosha. Therefore, in the pranamaya kosha, the body is. Then in the manomaya kosha, the pranamaya and the annamaya kosha is. Then in vijnanamaya, the I principle, all the three are. See, in anandamaya kosha, all of them are. So, body-wise we are separate, our experiences are separate. Mind-wise we are separate, our experiences are separate. But deep sleep-wise we are all one. Because in deep sleep there is no sense of otherness. See, friends, the more you reflect on this, you'll come to discover, as you discard the conditionings, you come to the unconditioned reality. And that is what is mentioned here. Swayameva Swayam Pashet Swatma Rajye Sukham Vaset. But our understanding is, I want a cup of tea. If I don't get, I become very miserable. Then I get a cup of tea. Then I am very happy. And I analyze my experience. When I had no cup of tea, I was miserable. When I got a cup of tea, I am happy. Therefore, the happiness has come from tea. Now, if happiness has come from tea, every Tom, Dick, and Harry should like tea and should be happy. But it doesn't happen. Then I can't deny my happiness. Then again analyze. When you had no tea, your mind was disturbed, therefore you were miserable. When you got a cup of tea, the mind's disturbances quieted, therefore you are happy. So disturbed mind is misery, undisturbed mind is happiness. So what should be the spiritual practice? By common sense. Don't play with the peace of your mind. Let the whole world be on fire. Your peace of mind has to be given first priority. नास्ति बुद्धि अयुक्तस्य न चायुक्तस्य भावना न चा भावयत शांति अशांतस्य कुतः सुखम. See, my friends, therefore, whatever path you are walking, whether it is karma, dharma, yoga, upasana, knowledge, whatever you take, all of them are working only on the mind. The day we start working on our mind, that is our new birth. This body which is given to us by our parents, it is bound to die. But when a seeker is born, a seeker never dies. Because now he started working on his mind. The day we start working on our mind, you understand, God's grace is showering on us. And what is the working on the mind? Only one thing, keep the mind cool. And this we all know. But our techniques are different. We take to objects, we take to drinks, to drugs, so that mind is quiet. But ultimately it leads to addiction and again it bounces back. See, friends, pure, quiet, undisturbed mind is consciousness. Consciousness disturbs mind. Water with the shape is ice. Ice without the shape is water. Person with happiness is man. Person without happiness is husband. Now try to separate the man and the husband. This much part is husband, this much part is man. No. Husband is only an illusion. So how to deal with the illusions? Enjoy but don't desire. So enjoy, get the work done from him. But don't expect he will be wise. Had he been wise, he will never get married. See, friends, slowly all your hang-ups of wrong notions will be destroyed. Swayameva swayam pashyet swatma rajye sukham vaset. Spend more and more time with yourself without depending on anything or any being. Just spend. Start with 10 seconds. 10 seconds, I am not going to talk to myself. After we become firm in this, then increase the quota. 20 seconds, I am not going to talk to myself. After this is done, increase, make it 1 minute. Slowly, slowly, like a child learns walking. And the child never asks his mother, Mummy, Mummy, when you were a baby like me, how did you learn walking? The child doesn't ask. He discovers his own techniques. You find out your own ways. Don't ask Swamiji how to do meditation. Cut onion. There also question. Lambe ki kaate? Stop asking. That's why I don't entertain any question. There's no end to the questions. In somebody's house was there. See, I was reading something. That Amma came. Swamiji, what should I give? I said, give whatever you have, it's fine. Swamiji, should I get water for? I said, yes, get water. Should I get hot water or cold water? I said, get hot water. Is it very hot or? कुछ भी ले आओ ना. Constant question. See? And be attentive. Those who are not at peace with themselves, they cannot be at peace with the world. First, you have to be at peace with yourself. And to be at peace with yourself, we stop talking to ourselves. Non-stop chatterbox is going on. Caw, 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 caw. Now, just now when we did this experiment, don't talk to yourself for 10 seconds. That time, did I tell you, don't talk among yourself? I didn't tell you. But when you don't talk to yourself, you don't want to talk to others also. But inside, like the vomit, and it comes. What else you may try to hold? कहना नहीं चाहिए. चुप रहो ना. Keep cool. Then we have started working on our mind. Therefore, swayameva swayam pashe swatmaraje sukham vaser swatmanam swayam swatmanandam swayam bhokshe jivan mukta sauchyate. And he is the enjoyer, he is the enjoyed, and he is the enjoyment. So enjoy life. Whatever comes, wonderful. I go to Anandamayi Ashram, and there this principle I really like. So I follow it wherever I go to people's house for taking food. After the food is served, then they do the prayers. Om Brahmarpanam Brahmavi, then Aham Vaishwanuro Bhutva, and thereafter they say Shri 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 Anandamayi Mata Ki Jai, Anandeshwar Mahadeva Ki Jai, half a dozen Jaikaras. And afterwards, Aaj ka bhojan, everybody says, Bahut acha hai, nobody has tasted it. Once you say, today's food is most wonderful, before eating, after that with the same mouth, how can you say it is not good? Take life with this preconceived acceptance. The world is beautiful. Otherwise, दुनिया बनाने वाले काहे को दुनिया तुमको परेशान करने के लिए बनाई. Stop complaining. Don't seek happiness in life. Start expressing happiness. So Swatmanandam Swayam Mokshe Sajivan Muktochate. So what is the meaning of spiritual practice? To conclude the whole thought process in simple words, stop seeking happiness and start expressing happiness through every action, every word, every thought. Whenever you do anything happily, you will not be tired. See? Like all of you have come. Now all of you, out of you, those who have come on your own, you will be happy. Those who are tied down with a lead, how no? Achha. What I see from here, you don't see from there. I know who is tied down with a lead and brought over here, and who has come on their own. Immediately this experience, because I am at a higher level. Therefore, whatever you have to do it cheerfully and happily, or else don't do it. See? And this is how we suffer in our life. I never wanted to go for the talk, but everybody said I have to go there. And as the talk was going on, I thought he will cool down, but he was becoming hot, hot. How life becomes simple. But we are average people. Then, on the surface, we show we are happy. Inside, there is the revolt. Net result, acidity. All those people who have got this stomach problem, they are having this acidity because their life is divided. Externally, they are different. Internally, they are different. They are not the same. As they are inside, they are not outside. This divided personality, that makes them miserable in life. Be simple. We don't have to prove anything to anybody. This is what is our problem. We try to prove something to somebody. Don't try. Nobody is interested in us. People have got better interest. But all the time, लोग क्या कहेंगे? अरे, they have got many better things to see. Who is looking at us? But all the time we think, now what people will say. They have got other things to do. Now, स्वयमेव एकवीराग्रे स्वयमेव प्रभुस्मृतः स्वस्वरूपे स्वयं स्वस्येत् सजीवन मुक्त उच्यते. So, who is the Jivan Mukta? He Swayameva Ekaviraha Agre Swayameva Prabhu Smritaha. He is the boss of himself. He is the master. Nobody can control, guide over him. See, friends, there was a Mahatma, and in some school, they wanted to get the Bhumi Puja done. New building was coming. And the people around are always wiser than the Mahatmas. So he was given to break the coconut. So he took the coconut in the hand, stood, and he was doing his prayers, whatever he was doing. The principal of that school said, Swamiji, the east is not in this direction, east is in this direction. That Mahatma said, the direction I look at is the east. Now that lady started looking at me. After Swamiji, वो समझ में नहीं आया, I didn't understand it. I said, you don't have to understand, you stand under it. Listen. Our knowledge is only book knowledge. We are lost in the relative world. We can never understand the language from the absolute standpoint. And it can happen when we grow up and leave the lower portions of our life. Lower portions of our life is possessions, joys, sorrows, past, worries, relations, frustrations, world. Drop it all. And then, from the absolute standpoint, you look at the world. Then you will come to discover, from the absolute standpoint, relativity is imaginary. It is not real. Gold is real. Rama and Ravana, they are not real. Space is real. North, east, west, south, they are not real. Man is real. The son, the husband, the father, the brother, the father-in-law, the brother-in-law, they are not real. Hold on to the reality. And from the absolute standpoint, there are no questions, no problems to be solved. And from the relative standpoint, there are no questions which can be solved. They will always remain there. Therefore, in the old age, husband and wife stay together, never because of love, because it is already dehydrated long back. Then why they stay together? Because both of them are wise and they have known. It is better and easier to deal with the known enemy than the unknown friend. And this is how they continue. Learn this wisdom and be happy. Such a person is called as Sajivan Mukta Uchyate. ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि